make a start on this. Go straight in with some cornrow. God damn it. I mean, this should probably be multiple different colors. I might do some variety of reds, but I'm going to start it just by painting up all corn red to begin with. Just that way, I mean, you can do skin tones over red, so this should be fine. I kind of want to go just get the whole thing covered as quickly as possible, and then just throw some other colours on there later. But for now I'm just going to keep it for as one colour. Keep that there. I don't know. Oh well, it's fine. As long as you get one side done, do the next side while that's drying. Just quickly whack some more red everywhere. Yeah, I'll do these bits as well, quickly. I have to water the paint down so much. I just wanted to spread it around and get it everywhere. It's very thin there. Probably too thin, to be honest. It's absolutely fine there. Should I? No. Okay. Once this is done, I'll start on the big old cauldron pot thing, I think. And do that, and then try catch up with the other models. I used to do a lot more on the other ones. I've almost done like all the base colors, so I'm pretty happy with that. That is quite watered down again, but it's fine. See if I can paint all the inside parts quickly. If it's not that good for now, it's fine. We can just go back on the outside. I will also do these bits as well and just hold on to the ropes and try not to touch it anymore while it just dries for a moment. Get some more red up in here. I don't know what to do this as a skin tone, like because they are basically just hides. But I kind of want to leave it red just so it matches their, well, my army's colorway a bit more. But they aren't actually like leather. Well, I guess leather is skin, isn't it? So I guess you can have it however you want it, to be honest. Don't think it really matters too much. Just gonna make a start on the actual cauldron-y pot and chains. Probably gonna do this like really rusty. Get like a massive bit of silver. And I always like to have a second pot for metallics, so I don't get that silvery, sparkly like glitter in my regular water pot. There's a corn symbol on here. That's pretty cool. But this has quite a lot of. I'm excited to paint this. Actually, I'm excited to do some like OSL effects on it. It might take me a minute to paint all of the actual cauldron there, and then do all the fire on top of that. I'm thinking of just doing it white, and then the fire white, and then just doing some like airbrush stuff on it. Although I kind of want to try to do some non-airbrush, but I think airbrush just looks better. Like airbrushing OSL effects for like the main bulk of it. I just think it looks better compared to dry brushing it. You can still get some really nice effects with dry brushing it. So. Let's do one section at a time, I think. Try to get this all done before jumping on to the next part. I seem to always like preemptively jump to something else before I'm even finished with the section that I'm doing, which is quite bad because I then miss stuff. So I really should stop doing it. But it's fine. It is what it is. do all the chains as well. I don't know if to do these like a little bit of a different color, just so it doesn't like clash as much. Well, I guess I can keep them the same color. I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I was actually thinking of doing like maybe I'll do a black contrast over the top, actually, of the cauldron. And then whack in some like rust all over it. Something like that. Not really sure what I want to do. But this stuff is like my favorite stuff to do. I've never actually painted terrain, so I'm kind of excited to. I've always wanted to. So here's my chance. And it's got OSL on it as well. I can do OSL on it. So I'm pretty happy with it. That is one of my favorite things to do. Just get all the paint everywhere. Maybe actually, that's a good idea. Don't really know what to do with food inside. It's a bunch of like ribs and I don't know, some chicken, a zombie face or something like that. And some hands and stuff. So I don't really know what color to do that. Maybe like a sort of like Nurgle's rock color. Kind of grim, really. Okay, let's do the rest of this right side. I think that's painting. I can start on the other parts. Got a big old ladle going on here as well. Let's paint these giant bones. I'm actually going to use some contrast for it, I think. And then maybe work from that. Damn, this is a lot of... Probably should have used my airbrush again. I swear I always say that. Whenever I'm doing like the base coats of things, I should just use my airbrush. It would be so much quicker. No, I don't tend to do metallics through the airbrush too often. I don't know how it interacts. I don't know if the glitter particles or, you know, bits like cause it to block quicker or causes blocks. I've used it a couple of times with metallics, but I've never had any issues. But then I just stopped because I didn't actually think about it too much. But then I thought about it and then I was like, oh, this could actually cause some issues. So I didn't really want to keep doing it. We're getting there though. I really like this color, silver. I really like the darker metallics. I think they look really nice. I'd like to get some more. It is only Citadel's Iron Warriors. Maybe I could throw some bronze and stuff because there are some shields and little things on this giant pot. We'll see. Paint all the underneath a bit as well. So I've got a lot of little flame particles on here too, which should be fun. I need to look at some pictures of some pots just to see how they actually look, like a campfire and stuff. But yeah, I think I'm going to whack over, well, I'll probably do like a light dry brush of some other silvers and then put over a contrast and see how that looks. Might do like a little section first, just so I don't go over the whole damn thing. I can't remember which contrast paint it is. That is the lighter black. It's either Black Legion or Black Templars, I think. I can't remember which one it is. Which is, I'm painting off the camera, which is not helpful. So I'm probably going to have to quickly experiment with that, just to see which one it is. Need some more silver on the wet palette. Goddamn tongue on this thing, what the hell? It's grim. Almost there. I think I just got to do the inside, and I'll give it one quick check around. And I'll probably jump onto the actual troops again. And then continue on with that. I don't know what I want to do with that. Maybe I'll just do... I need to do their furs, I think. So I'll probably pick a colour for that. I kind of want to do them different colours though. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do for that though, just yet. So just making this all up as I go along. And seeing how it comes out, I guess. Here's what I'm doing. Okay, let's do the chains around the bone. Make sure they're all silvered up. Make sure I get everywhere. Doesn't really matter if I go over any of the fire little flame bits, there's quite a lot of it. I'm gonna go over it anyway with some white. Then in the end I'm probably just gonna airbrush underneath the pot to get that sort of glowing effect with some ink or something along them lines. Think of doing like a sort of reddy orange and then build up to like an orange for the flame. Maybe I could do blue. Blue, I think blue would be pretty cool, like a blue flame underneath. Don't know why it would be blue, but I think blue would be pretty cool. Don't really know. Almost there. I've got like, yeah, just a couple bits more. Do this bit. Do the underneath as well. If I can miss that. Gonna need some more silver, I think. Quickly just finish off these last little bits and then I'll move on. So make sure I need to get underneath as well. Again, this is just a quick rough base coat of silver. I will be doing a bit more to this, and I will also be playing with this next week, so I want to try and get it done fairly quickly. Yeah, let's get on the face. Not really thinking about going over anything at the moment. Just trying to get solid base coat, which is looking pretty solid so far, I think. Feel like I just need to do maybe just a couple little other areas. And I think I'll call it a day for the silver. For now anyway. Let's make sure all the underneath is done. These are the bits I've probably missed, but yep, I can see some. It's fine. And I've also missed that little pot on the side, but it's absolutely fine. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that to dry for now. Then jump over back to the ogres. And I'm gonna start on the bone, I think. Probably get a bit of a smaller brush though, because I'm using quite a large brush for this. So I'm gonna start on the bone. I'm probably just gonna do a base coat of Korax white to begin with. And then I'm thinking maybe whack over a contrast or something, because I'm taking quite a lot of time with these, which I didn't intend to do. So I'm going to quickly see if I can cheat out a couple of stages, or a couple of steps. So I'm just going to hit all the bone areas, although I'm kind of probably should have done it a little bit thinner, but it's absolutely fine. Yeah, I need a little bit more water in there, make it spread a bit easier. There we go. That's the one. Get out the way. I might have to do the face as well. It's got like bandages on his face. I don't actually know what it is. I'm assuming it's bandages. I'm not 100% sure. Are they bones? Yeah, they are bones. And then yeah, that's I don't know what it is. I think it's bandages. So I'll probably quickly do them as well. I've done that top one, and then damn, this paint is drying real quick on my brush. It is quite warm today, but it's really not as warm as it was, or has been the last couple of days, so I don't... It feels more humid actually today. Maybe that's messing with my brush consistency, paint consistency even. Or is it? Maybe I could do the fur as well. You know what? I'm gonna... I don't know how easy that is to see, or if that... Yeah, it looks okay, doesn't it? In terms of like camera and not glaring. It's actually super hard painting on a camera. Can't get my hands in the right place. The right way that I want them to want to have them. That works though. Yeah, that's fine. Not the best, but it will do for now. I'll probably have to come back and clean this up at some point. I don't know what these bits are that's actually holding the bone on. I don't know if it's metal or like some sort of material. Got this back bit as well. Maybe it's like leather straps or something across his face. Maybe I should just look. I think I'll do that quickly. Where is he? I think it's at the bottom somewhere. No, he is not. It is leather. Yeah, some sort of like leathery straps. Well, I've done them white, so I'm gonna keep it white. And then I'll maybe I'll just throw over like a brown of some sort over the top once this is done. Oh, I think I just painted his ear. It's fine though. Damn it, this paint is so watery. What the hell? I thinned it way too much. Yeah, I've done it a little bit too much, I think. I think I should have actually looked at what I was painting, because I did not. And I've gone over some of his skin, it appears. Yeah. Quite a lot of his skin, but it's fine because I've only done the base coats, so I can just go back over and clear it up. Clean it up where I need to, which isn't an issue. Still, maybe that's not actually. Yeah, I'm going to leave that to dry and then I'll come clean it up in a second. It's absolutely fine. But I'm going to start on the furs, I think. I did want to paint the actual mounts so I could just glue the people down, but I kind of just want to paint the people, or ogres, I should say. So let's give that a go. Might actually go over some of their parts of skin. Or, you know what, I will... Yeah, I'm going to continue with the mounts, and then I'm going to do the ogres second. I did start doing the basing a little bit, but yesterday. How's it going? Looks like you're making progress. Yeah, slow progress. How are you doing, Rick? Getting there though. I've just started doing some of the bone started also making some progress on this giant pot. So slowly getting there. But I wanted to try, I did want to try speed up a little bit, because it is taking me quite a while just to get some, like, these models done. But I'm actually going to jump back over to this red, because that just reminded me, talking about it. I'll do another layer of this red, as it was quite thin when I initially done it. But I am thinking of doing some contrasts for the bones and stuff, just using some skeleton hordes, just doing like a very basic, like, couple of layers. Especially for the bone, and maybe for the furs actually. I've got some contrasts for like fur colors. And I was saying at the beginning of the stream, like, this, I know this is probably not meant to be red, but I'm doing it red so it like blend or will look a part of like these guys, kind of thing. But I'm quite excited to get these done, these actually done, and like take a picture of them so I can, or just like show them all together, like fully completed. So I think they're gonna look quite cool when they're done. Maybe I am thinning this paint a bit too much, but it's fine. Okay, maybe I need to thin it down a little bit more, so it spreads a little bit easier. There we go. I'm likely to do a couple of different colors on this. I'm all good. That's my model club last night. Took 2 subjects for a comp and 1 both categories. So bro just gave me his old car. Oh, nice. Well done. That's awesome. Do you have any pictures of the models you took? That'd be pretty cool to see.
in the channel. It was the Cold String Guard and the 148 F4U Corsair. I'll have to take a look at them. Sounds really cool though. Well done. What an achievement. God damn, so much to paint. So much. Okay, I'm gonna stop at that one. I don't know yet for the third color. I really don't know. I might. Yeah, I don't know. For these, I was thinking of doing like I wanted like a bluish hue to them, but I don't know. And then I was gonna do like just a dark grey like skin color on like all the sort of like knees and like all the patches. And then for the actual fur for these guys, for like this model and this model, I'm not, again, I'm not really 100% sure. I'm sort of just making it up as I go along. But I'm currently, I want to do the bone parts first, and like the parchment and like strap parts, so like the strapped or like, I don't really know what to call this. I guess the like the bandage part. I was just going to do that with white and then just do like a sort of like a sepia, like light brown over the top, and call it a day with that. But I'm mostly excited to paint this. I do really want to get to this, but I'm gonna have to wait for a bit. I'll probably do that towards the end, so probably like next week, like Thursday or Friday. But I'm gonna, obviously I'm still gonna keep going and with this and try and get all the other parts done, like the rock and all the bones and these wooden stumps and bony bits here as well, which you can't really see. But it's got like a lot of other little bits to it, where it's got like all the skulls and bodies and some barrels and rocks thrown in everywhere. And then underneath it's got like some wood. I don't know if I can see it. Yeah, so it's got like some wood and then like little flamey bits like going up the cauldron pot thing, which I wanted to do a like a OSL kind of effect. What do I want to do? Corax white. But yeah, I've decided, although I was like hating on them the other day, the contrast paints, I'm gonna give them a go again, just to see if I can get through some of this stuff. Or even maybe I'll just do some shading as well, just over the white so it sort of tints it a different color. But I was, today I've been, it is a big pot. Ogre's gotta eat. They need lots of food, so. I actually really like it. It was either that or that more. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a more pit or something like that. It's just like a giant, sort of reminds me of the thing out of Star Wars. Kind of. The thing in the sand dunes. I can't remember what it's called. I'm pretty sure that's called like a more something more along them lines. But I was playing with my OBS settings earlier and trying to get some new. Well, I was adding some like, what they called like alerts and stuff like that. And I was also coming up with like just a video idea, and sort of trying to see how I could do that sort of idea. But I've actually found a way how to do it. So I've not actually like properly recorded. For your blood pelt. Check out Mediocre Hobby. He painted that model in contrast. Look what I did with the fur and the arrow quiver. I'll check it out. I'll check it out later, I think. I'm not gonna go too mad with it today. But yeah, I'll give it a look. I do like that guy. He's got some cool paint jobs. I've got two water pots sitting right next to me. So one for metallics and one for like just regular paints. And I keep going to the metallic one, even though I'm not painting with metallics right now. It's so annoying. I keep doing that, but I know a lot of people don't do that, but it's just something I do. So I've had it so many times where I've painted metallics and then I've gone back to like painting regular solid colors, and it's just become glittery because I've been like mixing or washing my brush off in the metallic paint water. So I try to avoid it where possible now. So I've had like some glittery space marines running around, which is not what I actually intended to do. Do this bit next. I'll do the bone as well, I think. And that is also bone. Do this whole bit. Yeah, I usually use two separate brushes, but I haven't been recently. I don't really know why. I think it's because I haven't got a big brush for me. So I've got like I usually wrap like a bit of, well, I'll show you, like masking tape around it to tell which one's my metallics. So I've got like this one, which I've got like it's pretty used now, but I usually put like a strip of masking tape around it just to say like this is a metallics brush kind of thing. And then, because I don't really paint too many metallics, I use quite a small water pot. But I'm gonna start using more metallics, I think. Just for the fact it's quicker. Especially when I get to the chaos and all their trim. That's gonna be fun. Where is this? Okay, we'll see what happens after this. Okay, yeah. Got it. I think I'm going to use a couple of different contrasts. But I need to shake them up because they've been very... I mean, I try. I've been wanting to get Baronet for ages, so I usually do. But it doesn't really go too well. But for the most part, I do try. Like, I usually use or do non-metallic metal where I can. But it's usually all about like light placements. And the thing that I found, and what I found with like a lot of people who do like non-metallic metals, like the best people can blend it very, very well. And that's one of the things, which is why it takes me ages to paint like any sort of models. Because I just try blend it, which you don't actually really need to. Because you can still get like a really nice paint job without like blending each layer like really well. And that's what I've been trying to like tell myself. So like I can be a little bit more messy on this part because you don't really need to make it like a fully... Yeah, it is. I really enjoy it, and when it's done like well, it looks awesome in my opinion. I would definitely recommend giving it a go. I have a couple of like different recipes for like silver and gold, which I like, which mostly use Citadel paints. I've got a couple that use just primarily Vallejo as well, but for the majority it's Citadel paints that I have for my recipes, which I'm not really a big fan of, but the colours just work together really well, so that's sort of why I have it like that. But one of the main styles that I really want to try, which I've been wanting to do this for years now, it's cell shading, so like comic book style. I've been wanting to do that for so long. I've never tried it. I just love the style of it, and that is one thing that I really want to do. Just never have. So I bought some Necromunda. That's the word. That's the one. I was trying to think of that word yesterday. Necromunda. So I bought some Necromunda models, like last year sometime, and I've painted a couple of them, and my intention was to do them cell shaded, but I never actually done them cell shaded. So I found this really good person on Instagram. His name's like Thunderbrush or something like that, and he does like really good cell shading. And I think he has a couple of tutorials on how to do it. And that was gonna be one of my things that I try. Don't know if you've ever tried cell shading yourself. Cool. We'll cool this once I do a little bit more under here. Cool that done, and I'll have to do metal only in Photoshop. Are you a Photoshop user? I've never been able to use Photoshop. I've tried several times, and I either have to watch like a half-an-hour tutorial on how to do something, and it just takes forever, or I just sort of like do the smallest thing, and then that's basically it. That's me done with it. But I've seen like a lot of people use Photoshop for just editing their models and for like light placements and stuff, like using some of that, which is pretty cool. I've never actually really tried it or used it, but that would be something I would like to do. What was I going to do? I was going to do this guy's underbelly bit. Actually, I think I can just... There we go. That was quite a long time for that. Can't really see myself anyway. It's hiding behind these light camera. But I'm enjoying this camera. It's been pretty good. And I've also worked out a sort of schedule that I want to try out for live streaming as well. Because originally I was going to keep in Saturday, but I can't commit to Saturdays like all the time, and I want to be like fairly consistent with a schedule. So I'm thinking like a couple of days in the week, so Wednesday to Friday, and then whenever I can get a stream in on the Saturday. That's basically what I'm going to be trying to do. Just trying to maintain that for a while. Where I can.
Okay. It's a Logitech. It's called like Stream Cam or something like that. A Logitech Stream Cam. Can quickly check Amazon. Got off Amazon. So. Maybe I've got the box. Actually, I've got the box right next to me. Oh yeah, it's literally just it's this. Oh. Maybe it's easier in this one. The orange is really damn. Let's see, but yeah, it's just called Logitech for Creators Stream Cam. It's just 1080p, 60 FPS. Didn't really want to go any better than that. I'm an idiot. It's fine though. Okay, what was I gonna do? I was gonna look up. You said mediocre hobbies. I'll check his videos quickly.
Hey guys,
He's done. Oh, he's doing skeleton horde over it. That is what I was going to use for the bone. So maybe I'll try something else. And then what did he do for his Gorgon Affair? Screaming Skull. Yep. Cadian Flesh Tone. Right on Flesh. Feed. Yeah, it's actually a really nice paint scheme. What did he use for Croxagore? Maybe I should do that as well. I think I might do that. I think I'll do that. Okay, maybe I will just do it with, maybe I will just do the fur. With Skeleton Horde. I don't know what this is. Oh, this is bone. Sticker. Lovely. Okay. Do I want to do it like that? What other colours have I got? Right next to me. Picked up a bunch of colours earlier. Maybe.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back in with. Oh, I don't know. Rackar flesh. Okay, yeah, I've got an idea. It's music. I'll try to take my time with this bit. I'll have to come back in with the correct white, I think. Just do like a. Sorry, I'm painting off camera because I'm trying to get my hands in a correct place. It's very difficult to paint on camera in the way I've got this set up. I can't really move it to a different place for it to feel a bit easier and more natural. Can I ask, does it say restream on the stream video? I haven't actually checked it on my phone or anything. I don't think it does, but I don't know if it's just showing it on mine. I've actually only just noticed it in top right corner. But I don't know if it's actually showing on your streams. Sweet. I missed his leg things. Don't really know what these are called. Bandages or whatever they are. Gonna
probably have to do no, just the link in the panel below. Okay, yeah, that's fine then. For some reason on the video it shows it's in the top right. I have looked also after I finished streaming because I'd leave these videos on YouTube, and yeah, I can see the restream link in the description, so I just quickly remove it. I don't know if I'm meant to or not, but it's whatever. But I might actually stop using it and just stream on YouTube, because I am streaming on both Twitch and on YouTube. But the only thing that so I had one person join in Twitch that joined in the other day and then gave me a follow, but it's usually just bots that are spamming. Like, I just got one just then, and I just jumped in and spammed. But I don't really know how big the like Warhammer following is on Twitch. But I figured if I just stream on both, then it's just two different places where people might see it and jump in. Do these bits as well, I think. Need to do his teeth as well. And all the rest of it. God damn. I think I'll have to get some more Rackar flesh. There used to be a big following on Twitch. A lot of them moved from there though. Yeah, I think I said yesterday, but I haven't really seen anyone on there for a while. The only person that I really see that actually streams them painting is that Mediocre Hobbies, which I've tuned into a couple of his. But other than that, I don't really see anyone on Twitch stream painting. But I enjoy painting, like, even if I'm not sitting next to him, you know. It's just, I don't know, it feels nice just to, like, I don't know, have like a sort of hangout and just paint with people, even though you're not really painting with them. That's sort of what I want to try and create, like just a chilled out place, just talk about Warhammer and just miniatures in general. and like painting and stuff. That's what I'm going for. Okay. Let's go over a bit more correct white. Did I get out some more correct? I did. Cool. Still the legs again. Guess this bit needs to be done as well. Don't actually know what that is. Oh, it's an axe. An idiot. Sweet. And then just do around the head again. Nice. I think I'm almost there with this part of it. Just do his face once over. And then maybe I'll look to do the bones. I think I'm actually going to leave the fur till last, to be honest. It is just a big bit on the back, so it's not really like... I'm not really going to hit anything else while I'm doing it. In terms of the fur on the other models, yeah, I think I'm just going to leave them, to be honest, and then do them at the end once I've done everything else. I think that's the way I'm going to go about doing it. But I actually kind of want to just continue on this guy. I kind of want to get some blues, but I don't know what blues I want. Is that blue? So I wanted to do that mouth. Got blue, green, Sotek. blue-grey. I don't want to do any more red. Although I don't really want to have like a clashing blue on there either. Gonna take a look, see if I can find anything. Think is that what's that? That is no, I don't really want to do that. Maybe a green. Oh, I don't know what them colours are though. They're hidden away somewhere. I don't even have that colour near me either. No. Do I have near me? I'll be back in just a second. I'm going to quickly have a look for a paint. I actually managed to find them fairly quickly, so I'm quite happy with that. So for the scaly thing, I'm going to do Inky by Darkness, the classic Cavalite and Saurite greens. I think just do that and then throw some like dark shade over it. Let's start with the Inky by Darkness real quick. Throw that on there. Damn, this is watery. I haven't even watered this down. What the hell? It seems super thin. I swear it used to be really thick, although I haven't actually shaken it up well, so that's probably why. I really like this color actually, the Inky by Darkness. I think it's such a nice color. It's very similar to the Dark Emerald that I have. Maybe I should just use that. That'd have been quite a good color to do it. Then I think I'm going to repaint the wood just to use a... Picked up Dryad's Bark because I don't want to use Rhinox Hide for everything. It's just, I'm always using Rhinox Hide for absolutely everything. It gives me a different flavour, I guess, brown. Not much different, but it's a little bit darker. Over the wood, and from there I can do some lights, I think, in my opinion. myself a little bit better than the other brown. And I think what I'll do is I think I'll try the Skeleton Horde.
Not quite sure how to help you with that.
I hate shaking up contrasts. I feel like they take ages to shake. Have you ever tried using a vortex mixer? I was thinking about getting one of those, just shake stuff up quicker. Not that it's actually that long to shake things up anyway, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of just want to use it. Maybe another drop. Two drops. There we go. Am I doing it for the bandages or am I doing it for the bone? I mean, I guess I could do it for both, really. Probably might have to do a couple layers. Depending on how this comes out. Does it work? Does your paint mixer work? Like, is it actually any good? Because that's one of the things that I've like wondered with these like vortex mixers and paint mixers. Like, do they actually work, or is it just better just to do it manually, kind of thing? I probably should have waited for it to dry first before I went over it again. It's fine, it's too late now. I've done it. Okay, I think I should just do the bandages the same color as well. But switch up how I paint them. So instead of doing... I don't know. Nope, I have an idea what I want to do. So I'll just keep this on the bone. Here it helps to loosen the paint, but I'll always finish by shaking the bottle off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it done done it well enough just to go straight to it, or I mean, it's probably just like a sanity check just to make sure it is shaken up properly. I just find like even after shaking it up myself, sometimes it's just still not the best. I have to put so much effort into it. I just want to not do it. What was I going to do next? I was going to do... I don't have any... So I have some sepia, like Vallejo sepia wash, but I find it's very glossy, the finish of it. I really don't like it, but I'm going to use it anyway. Just because, why not? Just do it for the bandages. And then I'll probably do it over the skin, but I'm going to do something else to the skin. I'm not really sure what I want to do to the skin, to be honest. I do want to... I really wish I remembered what I painted. Use it all the time with every bottle. I think I might have to invest in one. I think you can get them like fairly cheap, like 30 quid, like even less than that. I just wasn't sure whether like, I don't know, I have a weird thing with like pricing and stuff. So I bought so many things that have just been really cheap and just been terrible, so I usually go for like the more expensive things. Or like the more well-known brands, which is I also don't like doing that just because I know like some cheap things are actually better than like the more expensive things. But I guess when it comes to like tech-wise, that's the way I usually look at it. Whereas other things like food and clothes and stuff, yeah, they use like better materials, but cheaper is usually fine, in my opinion. But I'll have a look on Amazon again, see if there's anything on there. I can usually just send it back fairly easily, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's not even done yet, probably. I need to do some more white on that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but it's... I mean, I'm doing it, so I need to just crack on, I guess. See how it comes out. Just do this undercarriage part.
Yeah, to be honest, all I use is synthetics. So like this is synthetic. All these ones, like the previous ones that I use, are synthetics. And then I mean, yeah, I've even got I've got a ton of like Citadel synthetic ones as well, which I mean this one is absolutely done, but I've just got tons. And then I've got like this one, which is like quite expensive synthetic, and it is actually really like quite good. This brand is probably my favorite one. It is a bit on the more like expensive side of synthetics, but that's sort of like what I do. I don't never buy any of the like the real head paintbrushes. Just paint his teeth. But I usually find like there's like a quality point where it hits, and then anything more expensive, there's like a price point, whereas like anything more expensive is just, you're not even paying for the quality anymore, you're just being ripped off at that point. I think it hits a specific point. Not really sure how I'm going to paint his flesh yet either. I want to remember how I painted the last one. I know I threw on a shade, and then I built up to like pallid witch flesh or something like that, and then like an ivory. I just don't remember how I did it. I really wish I remembered. Although I think I've just thrown sepia over the top of everything at the moment, which I think I'm just going to do now. I'm just going to go for it. I think I want to shake it up a bit more. Yeah. Don't know why I'm putting this in here. Throwing a medium as well, just to make it a little bit smoother running. Been using a lot of medium actually recently, over just using water for things. I find like the medium definitely helps with like smoother, just like painting, I guess. Don't really want to pull anywhere. Well, I can pull in the dark areas, but this is just a Vallejo, just sepia. I don't know if you can see that very well. It's just sepia wash, that's all. And then what I'm probably going to do is just do some more Rakarth flesh over the top. Just so it's got some sort of like breaking up of the flesh. Just kind of looks yellow now though. That's fine. sort of just trying stuff out. I think my favorite like skin tone that I've actually painted so far has been my Lucius, Captain Lucius. I done some like what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. I basically used like some shades of purples because his armor was purple, so I figured if I throw some purples in there, it would give a nice harmonious look with his armor as well, plus with like the glaring of his armor. But I haven't been able to like replicate that again in any other model, although I haven't really tried to be honest. I haven't really done any like high detailed models in a while, which I need to. I need to get back to my Mortarion. But I want to do Fulgrim first, once I've done these. Once these guys are out the way. Yeah, he's looking pretty yellow now. Not what I intended, but it's fine. Maybe I've just gone a bit crazy with the shade. And to be honest, one of the reasons why I'm doing this shade is because I can't be bothered to go find the other shades that I've previously used. I need to dab some of this off. There's quite an excessive amount. I'll just whack some on his feet as well. Okay, I think I've done a stupid line down the back. I'm going to go over it anyway, so it's absolutely fine. But for now, I'm just going to leave him as he is. And then, oh, maybe I'll just make a start on his. I just need a bit of black, I think. Got some black from yesterday, so I'll quickly water that down quite a lot and then throw some over the top of this dinosaur head, whatever it is. I think I'll throw some over the. Do I do it over that? Oh, it's too late now. So for this, all I'm doing, I just got some black and I just watered it down quite heavily. And I'm just throwing it over all the locations where I want to have it like sort of dulled down a bit. And then I'll go back over it with a little bit of red to bring it back, or the parts which I'm dulling down. Just wait for that to dry, and then while that's drying, I think I'll jump back onto this. And I'll start painting the wooded. I don't even really know what they're called. Posts, stump things. Get quite a big brush for this one. I'm gonna do these dryad bark. And I can add some like extra texture in with some other browns when I get around to it. Let's see, get some of that. Throw some white on this as well. Probably end up dry brushing a lot of this. This. Let's go for nope. That'll do. I think I'll start doing some shading on the metal once I'm done with this. Actually, I'm going to do the rock first, all the rocks, and then I'll just shade it all together, I think. It's probably going to be the better way to do it. And maybe I could do a rope. I don't know how to do the rope, or what colour to do the rope yet. Probably just do another kind of yellowy brown. Leave that for now. I don't know where I put my ash and grey. I want a dark grey, but it's not good for. Could just do a darker grey, I guess. Make one. Found the ash and grey. It's been hiding from me this whole time. Don't know what that was. Don't actually know if this is good for like basing. I know Citadel have some colors which just aren't good for basing over like black or anything. Like Warpstone green or whatever it is. Warpstone green, is it? Yeah, Warpstone glow. It's terrible for doing as like a first base color. It takes so many layers. It's so just not very good. Have you ever thought about using the real color pens from AK? I have them use them a lot for wood basing before applying the wash. I've had a look at them, but I've never actually got any. I got one of their like oil pens, or was I think it was MIG, one of their oil pens which I got. But for the pencils and stuff and pens, no, I haven't. I have had a look at them though. I would like to try them, I think. But I feel like it's just another. Well, I mean, it's probably not, but it feels just like another thing that seems cool, like a cool concept, but you don't need it. Like, it seems like one of those things. I feel like I would probably use it like maybe a couple of times and on like the odd occasion, but in reality, probably not use it that often. So I don't think I can really justify getting them. Guess I just need to get better at painting wood. But I definitely have been enjoying like using oils and stuff. I've recently, well, like this last year, I've been using a lot more oils, which I've quite enjoyed. Yes, actually hasn't been too bad to base coat with. I like it. Are you painting anything right now? Or are you just chilling? The other day you said you were painting your goblin. I can't remember what it was called. The giant goblin thing. Do these rocks as well on the floor.
So much bone on this model. There's quite a lot of metal in here as well. Kind of want a base for it, but it doesn't obviously come with a base. I'm not really sure how I'm going to transport this though. I usually magnetize everything. And since it doesn't actually have a bottom, I guess I could throw some magnets in here somewhere and try to get it stuck. Stick it down like that. I'm just chilling. I got one more giant. I have to find something to hold that with the weight. It's killing my wrist. Oh right, yeah. The 1 kilogram weighted model. Absolutely insane. Oh, sort of painting off stream again. I feel like I should move my camera back a little bit, but probably do it next time. Oh, there's so much bone to do. I'm gonna have to do this first, I think. Steel Legion drab. It's gonna be for the actual muddy base coaty part. Let's get it all over. The little gaps. Okay, round. Haven't got long left before the weekend's out. I think that's what I struggle with the most, is like actually getting something complete. But I'm thinking of other sort of videos that I can do, because it takes me ages to paint stuff, and I like to take my time with it anyway. But when it takes me like a whole week just to paint one model, so as for a video, it kind of just seems like it's not really worth it. So I might start doing like, I've seen some people, they do like sections of models and just do like a sort of paint scheme on one part of it. But then at the end of the day, I want to show like the whole model painted up to like a good standard, not just like part of the model. And it's usually, if I'm doing something like that, I've got to come up with a paint scheme that I like, and then I've also got to paint it. And painting it the first time, like, sometimes just doesn't go well. So I'm like, okay, that hasn't gone too well, so now I need to paint it for a second time, which usually is a little bit quicker, but it's not that much quicker. So finding like, I'm trying to find that sweet spot of something that's original,
and doesn't take me too long. But at the moment, I haven't really found that. But I've got some more ideas that don't involve like painting and aren't like fully. Damn it. That isn't just straight up like a painting tutorial kind of thing. So that was probably going to be my next one, or my next couple, I think. I want to do some Emperor's Children and get some videos on them, as they are quite popular at the moment. Plus, I do enjoy, obviously they're my favourite faction, so I've wanted to do a couple of them. But I know I really wanted to do Fulgrim as one, but Fulgrim is going to take some time. He's going to be a big project. I might do it in like sort of like how I'm doing it on here, and just upload it as I'm just painting along, and then maybe just cut out some parts. But I kind of don't want to. One of the things that I really don't want to like get into is sort of like following the trend and putting out videos that are all about like the newest thing. Like before I started, there was obviously, I think when I was getting back into YouTube, when I was getting back into Warhammer, one of the biggest things was Slapchop at the time, and Slapchop that's all it was about. If you just go on YouTube, like every single YouTuber was doing I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest. Let's try this one. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Maybe if I just switch it around, does that do anything? That's still doing it, isn't it? I don't know why it's flickering. I'll have to have a look at it in a second. Quickly just finish what I'm doing. It's not a big issue. Or I'll just turn it off. Yeah, still doing it. God damn it. Maybe it's getting too hot. Is it hot? No. Yeah, to be honest, I'm surprised they made, because obviously in 30k or Horus Heresy, they obviously made the Demon Primarch Fulgrim like previous to the actual Emperor's Children release, and then they re-released it again. Well, not re-released it, they redid the model. And to be honest, both of them look awesome, but the Horus Heresy one is just stupidly expensive. I can't believe how expensive it is. Let's see if I can fix this quickly. USB. Let's try this, see if it's got anything on here. Properties.
first time it's done this. I don't know why it's doing it. Okay, let's try this instead. Let's try that. Disable use buffering. Let's try that. Yeah, they pretty much work together, don't they? Daughters of Cain and the Slanesh vibe, Fulgrim. Jeez, yeah, it's kind of crazy. What the hell? Let's try that. I've just changed something. Oh, still doing it. God damn it. What's going on? I don't know if I can just turn it off. Turn it back on. How do I turn off the webcam? Just webcam settings. Nope. Oh, it's super annoying. I don't know why it's doing this. Did that fix it? No, it didn't. Oops. Well, now it's just even worse. What the hell? Okay, that's not exactly what I wanted. Has it stopped? No, it hasn't stopped. Oh my god, yeah, I don't know what's going on with my face cam. I might just have to turn it off. For now. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it off. And then... Oh, I don't want to have to get a new one. I don't know what's going on with it though. It's not actually happened before, so hopefully it's just a one-time occurrence. And then, yeah, down the road, if it happens again, I think I might just have to get a new one. Don't really want to though. Anyway, back to painting, because that's what I'm here for. Forgot where I was. Let's do the wood again. What's the time? It's now 4:30. Well, just at past time.
Nagash would be really cool. I like his model. I actually got I got the model at Christmas. I can't remember what it's called though. The it's for Sob like Grave Lords. What is her name? Well, you can do all three. I can't remember what the name is though. All three of the big models riding like the skeletal thing. So it is death. Neferata, that's the one. So I've built up that. I just need to paint it. I was gonna do some like OSL stuff with that, but again, I need to find time to do that, which seems to be the reoccurring theme. Can never find time. But maybe I'll paint it one day on stream. I need to write down like a calendar of what I want to paint and things I want to paint, so I actually get them painted. But I'm preventing, well, I'm stopping myself from buying like any further models until I've got like a good decent chunk of the models I haven't painted yet done. But I really want to get my Mortarion done, I think. I think that's probably going to be one of the next models that I paint after these guys and Emperor's Children. Maybe it'll be sooner actually, sooner rather than later. Just going to go back and do some more stone quickly. Just put that in the wrong paint, that's fine. What's been your favourite model that you've ever painted? Oh yeah, the Mortis engine, that looks really cool. I was actually going to get one of those, but I decided against it. But I would really like to get one of them. But yeah, they do look quite difficult to paint. It's like a lot to them. Especially that the carriage. I think it's Nighthorn. They Nighthaunts, like the ghosty faction. They've got like the carriage, the horse and carriage thing. That looks really cool. I think that would be really fun to paint. And just actually Nighthorn in general would be really fun to paint. But I feel like they would get kind of like boring after a while, because they'd be basically like this exactly the same model, just different weapons, slightly bigger than each other. Whereas with like Soulblight, you've got that's the one, Black Coach. So you have painted the Black Coach.
still. There you go. So there's this cat that sits out, like outside my window. Basically, there's like a block of flats that is right next to me, and I don't know whose cat it is, but I usually wake up like fairly early on in the morning, and this cat usually comes and sits like I'm on like the first floor of my building, and it's right underneath me, and this cat comes and sits on the like windowsill and just meows and meows and meows until it either gets food or it's just done it for too long that it just disappears and goes somewhere else. But that cat, just honestly, is the funniest thing. I just see him just sitting there just meowing the whole time. I can hear him right now. Did OSL on the horses and the coach driver's line and it came out. Yeah, I think OSL is like my favorite thing to do. Because it's just, I find it like quite easy to do. Like you don't even have to be that good at it to like get a really nice outcome on it. And it's just enjoyable. And it's something that just like makes like your miniature, like it can just make your miniature just look awesome, like just take it to the next level kind of thing. So I'm a big fan of OSL stuff. Like, even if it doesn't really have anything to do OSL on, just throw it in there just because. I need to find out where all the rest of these rocks are hidden. I feel like there's a lot more, but it looks to be just mainly dirt and bone. Here's one, which I've completely blanked. Yes. That's what cats do. They're meant to be like independent creatures. They're really not that independent though. But I love cats. Cats are great. Although I'm much more of a dog person than a cat person. But I love both anyway. Unfortunately, I can't actually have any pets in the place I live because my landlords suck. But that's whatever. I'll eventually get one day. I've been planning to get one anyway. Just adopt one from somewhere. Cool. That's all the rocks pretty much done. I'm probably gonna have to go over it again, but for now I'm just gonna leave it where it is. I'm gonna quickly try the webcam again and see if it is still flickering. Oh, I don't think it is. Maybe it just got too hot, I don't know. Maybe there was... I have no idea, but I changed one setting, which is apparently meant to have it stop flickering, but that didn't work. So I would have had a dog, but it wouldn't be fair to leave it cooped up in the flat while I work. Yeah. That's the thing with like dogs. It's for the majority of people, it's probably like obviously everyone gets, well, usually most people get an animal, but then they never really think about what they do with it when it's time to go to work. So luckily I actually work from home, and I've worked from home for like since probably 2021. So when my parents they bought a dog, and when I was living at home, they obviously got two dogs, not at the same time, but when I was initially starting my job, they got a puppy, and then I had to look after him because I was at home all day, and it was the worst thing trying to like train a puppy to stop barking and like be good. Like, it's not his fault obviously because he's a brand new puppy, but I was trying to like teach him not to be so annoying when I'm trying to work. So there is that side of it as well if you do work from home and then you get dogs, or even cats. Like I've some of the people that I've worked with have had cats, and they've complained about their cats meowing and wanting attention and that sort of thing. So yeah, it's not fun, but I do love animals anyway, so I can't be angry at them for just being there. I think I'm going to quickly jump back over to this guy and then go back over the flesh. He's gone kind of, I don't know, it looks fine, but I'll do some more calf flesh, I think. But it's good that you've thought about that, about like obviously the dog's well-being, like when you go to work and stuff, because the majority of people just don't. It kind of sucks, because I live across from, I don't know these people, but there's this I think it's I can't remember what kind of dog it is. I think it's like a Bernese mountain dog. It's very, very big, and he comes and sits at the window, and I can always see him at the window, and he's always there just during the day. I feel really bad for him because he's just sitting there just staring at the window, and there's a park down my road, so he can see like all the other dogs like being walked at the park, and just it must suck. But he's such a cute dog. He's such a cute dog. So I'm just gonna start doing some like layering of rack of flesh over the top. Try to hit like the big muscle bellies. Get rid of some of that tinted skin that I've given him. I think my camera's working again though, although I haven't really been looking at it, so you have to let me know if it's flickering again. I think I'll just deactivate it, which is what I've done this time. I just deactivated it. Although I did start playing with it, I moved it around, so I don't know if that affected it at all.
I don't think it should do. That'd be the worst camera if it did. If I just moved it once. Slowly getting there. Slowly getting there. Pyrenees mountain dogs are huge. Jesus. Yeah, that's crazy. I think my family have only ever had like small dogs. We've had so we got some Cocker Spaniels, and we used to have a Beagle as well. So we've got like more hunting dogs. But I love all dogs. The one dog that I've always wanted, if I can ever find it at a shelter, I'm adopting it. But the Malamute, I think that's one of my favorite dogs. And I always get so excited when I see one out in public. But it happened before. Like I was at a market, and this guy was like walking around his dog, and I was like, "Is this a Malamute?" And he was like, "Yes." I was like, "I absolutely love them," and it kind of sucks because he must get like so many questions because like all the big fluffy dogs, like people must stop them all the time. Stop them, people, and it must get quite frustrating. But then I guess you got to kind of like expect it if you do go for that sort of dog. Okay, I think I've still got to do his feet and his hands and stuff. You know what, I reckon I could get this done quite quickly, actually. If I don't mess it up. Or at least get his skin done quite quickly. Kind of getting there. I think I need to do a bit more on his arms and reduce some of the shading. Do the hands as well. I don't know how this looks on the camera. I don't know if you can see it very well. Maybe I have to try zoom in or something a bit. Oops. Do you have any plans for the weekend? Or for the rest of tomorrow and today, or tonight? Leave that quickly. Yeah, I think I need to change the camera a little bit. Put it down a little bit. You can actually see me. It's quite annoying because I'm always looking down because I'm obviously painting. I can't paint, obviously I want to have it in camera. Tomorrow I might go down to the Sweeps Festival in my hometown of Rochester for a couple of hours. Do need to get a video sorted, even if it's just an intro to a model. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. What's the Sweeps Festival? What does that entail? Going back to nights. Do you do like a rotation, like a, I don't know, a week of days and then a week of nights, that kind of thing, for your job? What's that?
Good morning. Not here for long, but I'm getting ready for work. But figured I'd stop in and say, hey. Hey, how are you? It's nice of you to stop by. And thank you. I'm actually going to be probably ending the stream soon, so jumped in at a good time. But I hope your work goes okay today. For whatever it is you do. Morris dances. Oh, hell yeah. That's sweep dancing. Oh, okay. But then you have to, like, obviously sort of rotate your day around. Or, like, so you're not up in the night all the time. That must be fairly annoying. I've done nights, like, I've worked nights before. But it was only, like, the odd shift. It was never, like, consistent. I did like it. But then it's like... I used to work at Argos and done nights, like, night shifts there. So it wasn't actually, like, a full night shift. Like, we'd start at, like, 10 in the evening, and then we'd finish at, like, I think 3 in the morning. So it wasn't like a full night, but it was obviously classed as nights. And then I've done some other jobs where I've, like, I used to live in London when I went to uni, and then done, like, a couple of jobs around there. And some of that was, like, moving, like, gym equipment around. So when I was doing that, a couple of the gyms I had to go in at, like, nighttime and then move it there for when it opens, like, the next morning they're ready. That was a fun job. But obviously preparing yourself to do a night shift is usually found myself, like, staying up, like, the night before and then getting ready for that night shift during that day. But then it's always annoying just, like, trying to transition back to just doing, like, a regular day kind of thing. But I hope you're well, Sierra, anyway. Let's do a bit more on his face, I think. And his feet again. Bloody feet. Right, I'm gonna try do pallid witch flesh on him. Don't even know if you can see that very well, but it's a transition. It's working. What's that? That's super bright. Maybe I need to turn that on. I don't know. just do some volumetric highlights over some of the tops of the muscles. So I can make like a nice transition. I don't know if this is easy to see or not. I don't think it's actually that easy to see. It's quite... I'm trying to look at my phone at the same time so I can sort of see the quality of it, but I don't think it's actually that great of quality. Let's try that. Bit too watery. Okay, I'm gonna try some pallid witch flesh now. Straight. Let's try this. Wonder how this is gonna turn out. I'm hoping I can get like the same sort of effect as my last one. Sort of just chop it together. It's very hard to see, so I'm sorry. I'm painting obviously very light colors, and the camera. Let's turn it off. That's super bright. Let's see if I can change this. Thank you for stopping by anyway. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be streaming next week, so I've got a schedule which I'm gonna be doing Wednesday to Friday, just 12 till 5, I think. So then I can hopefully, and then I'll throw in like Saturdays every now and then, I think. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. It's been nice talking to you. And enjoy the rest of your weekend.
hoping this, I mean, it's still really difficult to see, but I am layering some. I went from Rakar Flesh, done some Shade, and then I've jumped in with some 50-50 of Pallid Witch Flesh and Rakar Flesh, and now I'm just doing straight Pallid Witch Flesh, which is like quite a bright ivory, still like an off-white-ish ivory. And I'm just trying to do some like highlights. I wasn't actually going to do highlights, but I want to for this model. So I'm just like layering them on as I go. Just reducing the amount of size, or the size of each highlight. Yeah, this doesn't look great, to be honest. Gonna have to go back in with some Rakar Flesh, I think. Get some of that mixture back in there. Try and make it a little bit of a smoother transition, because at the moment it just looks like some white paint on some like off-white. It's not the cleanest. It looks a little bit better, but still not the best. But it's fine. Do all these bits again as well. It's looking a little bit better now. Still need to do a bit more though. I'll try transition it a little bit smoother. I don't know. I don't know how clear it is. I don't think it's that clear. I think the light is just way too bright. I need to turn it down or change the settings, but
I don't think I'll do that for just now. I think I'm gonna have to leave some. When I do this transition, I'm not gonna go straight to pure pallid witch flesh. I think I'm gonna have to do like a mixture, but it's not gonna be pure. Just, I don't think it looks that great. I really can't remember what I'd done for my previous ones though. I wish I could remember. That's fine actually. This actually works. Kind of like it. Just finish off this pit and then I think I'm going to end the stream. Right, I'm happy to say I am done for now. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's came out and joined the stream and had a chat. I appreciate everyone. As you can see, I've made a schedule, but I am thinking of doing Wednesday to Friday 12 p.m. till 5 p.m. That is London times. And then from there, I'll decide if I want to do. I'll probably do some Saturdays, but not every Saturday, depending on how I'm feeling. But I've really been enjoying streaming, so I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm also looking to do some more videos in long form and maybe some short form ones. But I'd probably be starting again doing like once a week for long form videos. But thank you everyone for joining and talking. I'll speak to you all again